I can't believe I'm saying this because it's not even the end of November yet, but it is that time of year. Shops are decked out from floor to ceiling in sparkling, glittering festive ornaments. The Christmas music is playing, and on top of all that, retailers are not so subtly revving up excitement for the annual shopping extravaganza known as Black Friday. So I think it's round about time that we have a chat about how we can protect our peace as well as our wallets during this time of year. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode on my channel. My name is Celeste and I am your host and certified life coach. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you never miss one of my uploads. As we head into a season known for spending, today we are going to explore how our behaviors and choices can influence our financial well-being and stress levels. I'm not talking about technical financial issues or investment strategies. I'll leave that up to the financial advisors, which I am definitely not, and I will never offer financial advice on this channel. But what I am talking about is the emotional and behavioral side of our spending habits, things that we do have control over without having to be financial experts. We often tend to think about financial stresses and worries being purely about the money and the numbers. But here's the thing, not earning enough, bills piling up, the economy, yes, all of these things are difficult, especially with the cost of living at the moment. But there is also a growing body of evidence and research suggesting that our behaviors can be part of the problem as well. Sometimes our money issues are actually behavioral issues in disguise. And that's why we are talking about this on a life coaching channel. There are choices and decisions you have the power to make that can protect your peace and your wallet. So let's talk about spending money. There's a certain rush that comes with clicking add to cart, buy now, or swiping your card in the store and walking out with that shopping bag. That tiny thrill can feel like the universe just got a little bit brighter and perhaps your life got a little bit better because you now own this thing. A thing that, if we're being honest, is probably not going to be as exciting and bright and shiny once it's shoved into our closet next to the 6 other impulse purchases we made that were life-changing and making our life brighter when we bought them. Buying things feels good. Seriously, chemically and biologically, buying things makes us feel good. When we're shopping or spending money, our brain releases neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters include dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins, which play a role in motivation, happiness, reward, and pleasure. This is why activities such as shopping can potentially become addictive. There is a biological component behind that happy feeling that we experience when we're shopping. But here's the catch, that chemical happiness is short-term and fleeting. It feels amazing for a moment, but then that feeling fades, and that thing that we just had to have becomes another item in our house gathering dust, or shows up on our bank statement at the end of the month like a ghost of decisions past. This isn't a lecture on why you should stop spending money, I promise, but I do want to explore something with you, a decision we face almost daily between instant gratification and something deeper and more meaningful. Let's say you're scrolling through Instagram and an influencer that you follow has just posted an unboxing video. The packaging is exquisite and the product gleams as they take it out the packaging and for some reason tap their fingers on the product. Their face lights up as if they've just been handed the holy grail and they tell you how absolutely obsessed they are with this product they have just taken out of the packaging. And you think to yourself, I need that. In that moment, your brain is firing on all cylinders, and the neurotransmitters are having an absolute party in your neural pathways. The serotonin, dopamine, and all their little neurotransmitter friends are cheering you on, saying, do it, you'll feel good, you deserve this. And you do feel good. Even the potential and anticipation of making this purchase has your brain's reward system overjoyed. These feelings and this applied pressure does unfortunately come with consumer culture. This is then magnified during the holiday season, which seems to come with this built-in pressure to spend more on decor, travel, gifts, food, luxuries. Unfortunately, as a result of this consumer culture, it's really easy for us to feel as if we're failing if we're not keeping up with the Joneses and buying more. FOMO is so real and is used against us constantly. If you're not wearing this shade of lipstick, what are you even doing? Only 6 items left at this price. These are tactics and strategies used by marketers and influencers alike to put pressure and create a sense of urgency on our purchasing decisions. This fear of missing out can lead to impulsive spending and making impulsive purchases. Influencer and consumer culture is really getting out of hand. While researching for this video, I came across something that I really hope this is a new trend and hasn't been a thing for a long time. But have you seen the advent calendar unboxings happening on social media this year? Advent calendars where each day contains a brand named full-size makeup item, or chocolate calendars as tall as an adult man with a full-size chocolate Santa or full-size box of chocolates in each day's window. What happened to the A4 size advent calendars that I remember growing up with? Each day had a small little piece of candy or small chocolate in for every day in the countdown until Christmas. Please believe me when I say that spending hundreds of dollars on an advent calendar is not normal and is not a requirement in your life. This is wasteful consumerism at its best. The culture and trend of influencer unboxings, lifestyle vlogs, weekly shopping haul videos can make it seem like everyone around us is living this luxurious, gift-filled lifestyle. But remember, many influencers are monetizing off your attention, and creating this culture of more is actually beneficial to them. Once that impulse purchase has been made, the day, the week, the month will come where the excitement has worn off. Perhaps the item doesn't fit the way you wanted it to, or it's not as exciting as it was the day that you bought it. And just like that, the happiness is gone, and you're left chasing after those neurotransmitters once again, looking for the next thing to fill the void. But what if, and hear me out, instead of reaching for that next bit of instant gratification, you took that same energy and those same resources and gave them to someone that you've been ignoring for far too long. Someone who deserves your time, your care, and your investment. Someone like future you. Future you wants to tell you something. Thank you for thinking of me. Thank you for giving me the freedom to breathe, to live without stressing about if I can afford to cover that unforeseen medical expense, or if I can afford to pay my bills at the end of the month. Here's the thing, saving or investing in yourself, whether that is putting money away, paying off debt, or skipping that impulse buy, they set off those same neurotransmitters in your brain. This doesn't happen in the same rush of instant gratification, but rather in a more sustainable way. It's the kind of satisfaction that builds over time, like taking the time to lay a good, solid foundation for your future self. So here's something I'd like you to do with me, and feel free to close your eyes if it will help. Imagine standing at a crossroads. On one side is a beautifully lit path. It's lined with shop windows, glittering with promises. You can step right in, feel the rush, and bask in the glow of instant gratification. But it's a short path. It doesn't go very far. The other path? It's quieter, less flashy. It looks like it might take a little more work. But as you walk it, you notice something strange. You feel lighter, freer, and at the end of your path, there's future you, sitting in that dream chair on the beach, raising a glass to you in gratitude. It's not that one path is better than the other, but they do lead to different places. One path leads to shorter bursts of joy, the other to longer lasting peace. And to be perfectly clear, neither path makes you a good or a bad person. It's about your values and the type of happiness and future you want to cultivate for yourself. So what does this look like in real life? Next time you're feeling that tug of impulse spending or impulse buying, stop for just a moment. Think of future you and ask yourself, will this bring me a momentary thrill or will it bring me lasting joy? You may still choose the thrill, and that's okay, but sometimes you might decide to make a different choice. Maybe you'll decide to rather transfer that money into a savings account. Maybe you'll decide to treat future you to some security instead of something new. Either way, you're giving yourself a gift. The choice is yours, whether it's short-term or long-term. As we head into the festive season, the world, consumer culture, influencers, it's all going to be trying to convince you that you need to be buying more in order to be happier. It's going to all try and convince you that your worth is somehow tied to how big the gifts are that you give, or how wonderful your holiday looks on Instagram. But here's the truth. The best gifts that you can give yourself and your family this festive season isn't anything that you can buy in a shop. They're the gifts that you can give to yourself and your family this festive season. Peace, security, and freedom from financial burdens and stress. So this season, I encourage you to think about your choices, not in a guilt-ridden way, but in a curious and thoughtful way. And if all else fails, check in with your future self and see what they have to say before you make that purchase. Thank you so much to all of you for joining me today. I hope that this video has been thought-provoking for you as we head into this notoriously expensive time of year. If you haven't already, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you never miss one of my uploads. Remember, if you're ever feeling uncertain, check in with future you. They're the one that's going to be most grateful for the decisions that you make today.